Hello guys, Funbox here, and welcome to 10 weekly tips and tricks for Minecraft. In this week's episode, I'm going to be giving you 10 tips to help you win Bed Wars games. All this footage though was captured playing Egg Wars, but it shouldn't really matter. I tried to make the tips as universal as possible. And yeah, hopefully these tips bring you closer to your Egg Wars victories. One thing you never want to do when playing Bed Wars or Egg Wars or any kind of game is sit back and play defensive the whole game. You see, all it takes is one person to come up and kill you both for you to be completely destroyed. You see, Dark Blue was sitting on their island most of the time in this game, and, well, even though they bridged out to get a few resources, they still weren't powerful enough to hold us off when we came after them because they had been on their base the whole time. Never stay back and only play defensive. You want to make sure that you're able to keep up with your resources, so that way you don't get demolished when another team shows up. Always protect your bed or whatever you're defending right away, because the easiest targets are always the targets that are undefended. Look, this person's sitting in the generator, the other one's dead. I can walk right up the stairs and easily get their egg or their bed or whatever it is. Always make sure you have some protection. And on top of that, go for the easy attacks early. As you just saw, they were completely undefended, and they didn't even have any gear, and I had some gear, and they were really easy to take out. And always take out the easy enemies, because they could become more powerful later. But still remember, even if their bed is undefended, you still want to be careful, because they might still have really good gear to be able to defend it. So you still don't want to overestimate yourself, but you do want to attack the easy eggs as soon as possible. As soon as you possibly can, make sure that you get Obsidian. It is very useful, and it's the hardest block in the game, minus bedrock. So there's no reason why you shouldn't do it. And it's gonna make it very difficult for other teams to attack you, as they're gonna need a diamond pickaxe or spends 5 minutes punching it, or other increments of time mining it with other tools. So make sure that you have Obsidian, so that way you can be protected to the max. Well, back to the clip with the blue team again, because they made another mistake during this game. They revealed their Obsidian. You never ever want to reveal your Obsidian, because if you reveal your Obsidian, that just lets the other team know to bring a diamond pickaxe. And do you really want to ask a team to bring a diamond pickaxe to mine through the Obsidian? Because that doesn't end well most of the time if they know they have to bring a diamond pickaxe, because most of the time I only buy a diamond pickaxe if I need to actually go and mine the Obsidian. But if you're like this, and you hide your Obsidian, you know, your team may show up to go mine your egg with a stone or iron pickaxe or something like that, and find out that you have Obsidian, and then you have to retreat, because you know it's going to take you way too long to mine the Obsidian, and you're not going to be able to get to the egg or the bed in a reasonable amount of time. So always hide your Obsidian. Make sure while you're playing to have plenty of golden apples. Here I am fighting somebody with a golden apple, and I don't even think I actually got into their main health bar. Golden apples give you regeneration and extra health, and luckily as well, they're not that expensive normally in most games, and they're very, very useful, so you can get plenty of them. So you might as well go ahead and get some to eat before every single battle. Whenever doing an attack, make sure not to be over-aggressive. Know your limits. If you know you're not going to attack a team, if you know you're not going to be able to beat a team, don't do it. Sometimes, though, you get a little surprise when you find out that they have a weapon that you didn't know about. But be careful. If you know you can't do something, don't even try. Go ahead and back up and try to get better. It's not worth getting set back and leaving yourself open for an attack after you die. Just go ahead, get a little bit of gear, and then come back once you're prepared to. I would recommend getting your generators to be as powerful as possible, because, well, if you have really bad generators, you're not going to be able to get good gear, and then when you die, you're not going to be able to get that good gear back. In fact, on CubeCraft Egg Wars, I'd recommend getting your diamond generator all the way to level 3 before get anything with diamonds, unless, of course, you need there's an immediate attack for something. But getting your generator as high as you can is very valuable, and it'll allow you to get resources very, very quickly. And for the final tip of this video, make strategies based on your skills. If you're a really good archer, you might want to focus your combat around the bow and arrow. If you're really good at sword combat, you might want to base your strategies around going up and rushing teams head on. Or, if you're really sneaky, you might want to make your strategies around sneak attacks, such as this one, where you sneak onto a base and you get the egg. Make sure that the strategies that you use are strategies that work for you and around your skills, because you don't want to be having to use a strategy that is in your weak spots. You want to use it to your strengths. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this episode of 10 Weekly Tips and Tricks for Minecraft on Bed Wars. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's helped you in some way. And remember, I'll be back next week with another one of these. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. And I'll see you all later.